What up, E-fam? It's about that time again. I'm going to take a different approach on this one. First and foremost, put the glasses on. Make people take me just a little bit more seriously. Secondly, on a video that I know is like layers and layers, this is a complex issue. I'm going to try and break it up into parts. That way keep the video short for, short attention spans and just, not wanting to see the length of the video and not wanting to get into it. That said, this video is about why I voted for Trump. Yeah, I know, right? I'm black, half Latin. What the hell? I'm going to break it down. First aspect that I want to stress to you, all four of our candidates were a crock of shit. That's just what it came down to. Point one. All right. I was, for Bernie, and it wasn't so much a spite thing, which I guess a lot of Bernie voters switched to Trump just to, spite the system. But it wasn't that. I mean, I believed in Bernie. I've voted in 4 elections now. I'm 31, about to be 32. So 4 elections. The first one was John Kerry. I pretty much inherited my parents' politics like a lot of us do. The second one I actually believed in. It was, my man Barry O. the first time. The second time is I voted for him because, I had to give him a chance to see it out and some of the shine had worn off, if you will. And his last time, I was thoroughly looking forward to voting for Bernie Sanders, but we know what happened there. So I was left with a decision. Back to the 4 candidates at hand. 2 of them, I recognize the validity and the need to grow the third party just to get us out of this 2-party dichotomy that we were forced in. That said, these third-party candidates just rubbed me the wrong way. I mean, one of them just looked like he was happy to be there. The other one, hyper-feminist at times, and then other times just hippie nonsense. Just like, what are you talking about, lady? So, yeah, that was a no-go. So it came down to Hill Dog and the Donald. Personally, I was never going to vote for Hillary. It's not personal animus and vitriol. I don't know the lady. But at the same time, it's like I can only take some of her policies and her record as personal attacks on me and people like me. Fact of the matter is, her and her husband put generations of people who look just like me in jail for bullshit, but not bullshit sentences. And even more sinister than that, even if she wasn't physically, arresting and throwing people away, she helped contribute to the image that people like us are dangerous just because we look like us. We are super predators. And ain't no amount of apologies, my bads, in hindsight, gonna fix that. Because you know what? The people who think we're super predators still think we're super predators. It's just that simple. And then beyond that, I used to be an Air Force officer, and I had a top secret clearance. And while I don't think she got anybody in Benghazi killed, I don't think that she compromised any dire secret to our nation's national security. The fact is, she fucked up. And at not one point did I see a contrite, I fucked up. Alright? It wasn't that big a deal. I didn't really mean to do it. And why are we still doing it? And she just skirted the system like people in power always do. I lost my career and my clearance trying to defend my life. But she actually broke the rules, which you are trained over and over and over on. There is no I didn't know. I'm sure it was a matter of convenience that just kind of spiraled out of hand. And is she unique? No. Plenty of other guys at the top did it. And yeah, she was probably unfairly victimized or persecuted because of her position. But tough shit. Because you know what she still is? A state senator. And she's good. So I wasn't about to reward her. It wasn't that big a deal with my vote. It just wasn't going to happen. And then, of course, there's the Donald. Bruh. Seriously. Now, I did vote for Donald, but it was not in belief of anything that he could do. For anybody to actually believe that he could accomplish any of the things he said he would accomplish, you just had to be out your mind. He's already backtracked off of so much stuff. And then even if he was still committed to it, if you look at the numbers, he can't do it. There's no money. And if we have learned anything else from Barack Obama, whether or not you voted for him or not, the president does not run a damn thing. I mean, he can get some executive orders in, he can sway policy, but at the end of the day, Congress has us by the short and curlies. All right, you want something to happen, we need to take over Congress, whether or not whoever we is, whatever party, whatever politics you own, Congress is where they live and die. All right, Barack Obama is probably the most obstructive president in our history, and all the things he wanted to get done, I mean, he's done some stuff, nowhere near what he said he wanted to do, and it wasn't because he didn't try. So, that said, Trump does not scare me on that end. So then I had to choose. What it came down to me was, I'm not voting for anybody I believe in. I'm going to vote for causality and an effect. I feel like the system needs to be broken. And the only way it's going to do it is by a sharp kick in the jewels. Like Hillary does not scare anybody. I mean, yeah, the gun lobby thinks they're going to take their guns. She can't freaking do it. I mean, she could do a lot of other bullshit to make it hard to be a gun on her, but she can't do it. But by and large, nobody thinks that if Hillary is in office, the world will end. Donald does that. And what I found in this country, the only time things change are when the people with power and money are uncomfortable. And the Donald does that. Point blank, period. Yeah, I mean, shit stands to get worse for brown people, but it's going to get worse for everybody. And that's the only time that anything's going to happen. And that's pretty much the reason why he got my vote. I voted for chaos. I voted for saying no to the lesser of two evils by choosing evil. I know that sounds crazy, but it is what it is.